Welcome to Sharpening Your Sword Podcast, episode 35, Quitters, guys. Today, like always, I'm on the podcast with Giovanni, the number one co-host in the world.
Hey.
What it is, Gio. And we are coming at you guys a few weeks into the year after our last episode, okay? And we are going to talk about quitters and National Quitters Day, okay? And so how did I come up with this topic? Last week we had a snow day, and I was talking to I was texting one of my friends, very successful entrepreneur. He's like a mentor to me. He gives me a lot of advice. He helps me out a lot. And he said, "Hey Mo, do you know today is National Quitters Day?" I'm like, "What?" Like, I've never heard of it before. I know a lot of people quit, but I didn't know that there's a day named after these quitters. Okay. And this day is considered National Quitters Day. It's the second Friday of the year. The second Friday, 2 weeks into the first year, into the new year. Okay? There's a day named after the people that quit their New Year's goals, resolutions, dreams, and all that. Okay? There's different stats. I personally don't know how they come up with these stats. But the number they're saying is 80% of people quit by National Quitters Day. Okay, the second Friday of the year. What do you think of that, Gio?
Wow. I think, first of all, like, not to be too harsh, but I think when you really look at it, you know, and you're really being honest with yourself, that's kind of pathetic. Like, 2 weeks in, like, you're just getting started. Like, it's just giving up, and you're going to quit that easy. I don't think people necessarily, like officially quit on the second week, but I think that's when the spiral happens. You know, I think that's when you reach the waterfall, the edge, and and then it's just gone. I think it is very sad that most people quit at that. But I was just thinking about there was this cartoon I saw as a kid, right? These two dudes were arguing. It was one was like you're a loser, right? And the other dude was like, well, you're a quitter. You're like, yeah, like I don't lose. Because I quit before I can lose. You know, quitting, you never know what losing is, but you'll never know what winning is like if you quit. Yeah. You know, I think it's I think it's funny and sad that we actually have a National Quitters Day for people that quit their goal. What do you think about National Quitters Day?
Man, like, obviously I don't want to be too harsh. Mm-hmm. Right, but I'm gonna try to keep it real. Or what do the youngins say? I'm gonna keep it 100. You know but I think it's very pathetic. I'm not saying that I've never quit doing something before. Okay, but the point of the Sharpening Your Sword podcast is to help people get to the next level, right? And in order for that to happen, we're gonna be honest with you all the way. Okay? And for us to have a day named after a large population of the people quitting 2 weeks into the year is very pathetic. Okay? I think it's stupid. I think it's pathetic. I think it's pity. You know? I think it's pitiful. But, you know, I think actually it's a good thing at the same time. It's as crazy as that sounds after I say all of that.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's a good thing because when I learned about it, I learned about it last week. Like, man, I don't want to be part of that number. I don't want to be another stat that walks this earth and be like everybody else. I don't want to be another stat on National Quitters Day. I don't want to be another stat on the guy that wanted to, you know, live his dream, but he couldn't. I don't want to be another stat of being an average entrepreneur. I don't want to be the stat of being a normal dad, brother, friend, whatever it is. I don't want to be part of that stat. I want to be part of the stats that are the achievers, the ones that decided to get up and sharpen the sword, the ones that took the high road, the hard road, the one that was difficult, but they persisted and they did not quit and they kept going toward their dream. So you can look at it two different ways. You can look at it as like, man, be upset about it, that there's a day named after that, and you're going to be upset about it because you are part of that. Or you can look at it like, man, okay, I'm not going to be part of that. I'm going to do what I can to not be part of that, right? And this is a big reality check to me because I didn't know it's going to happen that quick, 2 weeks into the year. right?
Man.
People say 3 months sometimes, or 30 days, some people say, or 60 days. Everybody has their own stat. However they come up with that on a global, percentage is crazy, but everybody has their own numbers. But to be the second Friday of the year for 80% of the people to quit, whether it's true or false, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a very, very steep number. So what does that tell you? That tells you that something has to be done. That tells you that your New Year's resolutions sound cute when it's a sunny day and the rainbow is out. It's a perfect temperature.
Yeah.
That's what it tells you. Is everything sounds cute, but not getting after it is not cute. Putting in the work day in and day out is not cute. It's actually very, very hard. And if you don't sharpen your sword, if you don't work on yourself, personal development, then you will be part of that number. Just plain and simple. I don't care what you say or how you paint it or say, I just believe God says I'm going to be the one.
Yeah, I got that feeling, man.
I got that feeling. Like, I just feel like I'm going to be successful because, I just have it inside of me. Some guy told me that a while ago.
God bless.
But it's like you're not special. At the end of the day, you're not special. You have to become special. You have to create something special. You're a human just like everybody else. You can put all the excuses that you want in front of it. But at the end of the day, you have to be different. And you have to be committed to your goals 100%.
Now, here's the thing, though. Most people, they look at guys like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They look at these celebrities, right? Look at LeBron and all this thing. And they almost I remember one time I caught myself as a teenager. You look at these people almost like they're not they're not real. Like they're superhuman, And I remember, I think I saw a celebrity. I don't know which celebrity it was. I saw him in person, right? I didn't go fanboy and ask for a picture or anything like that. But I saw him and I'm like, Fudgin, look at that dude. He's a regular ass dude, in my opinion. If I didn't know who he was, he's just another dude. He's just another face, another body. Fudgin, he'll probably type the pressure in jiu-jitsu, I'm like, ain't nothing special about these people like that. They're not superhuman. They're not above any other human, right? But they put in the work, most of them. Unless they went to a Diddy party and got their success some other way. But I think many people sell themselves short believing that they can't do it, right? The other people can, but they can't do it because they weren't born with the right recipes, They're like, oh, but God gave me a moped engine in my body. But he gave LeBron James a V12. That's why LeBron James can do it, but I can't. Can anybody mold themselves to be who they want to be?
To a certain extent, I believe so. At the end of the day, I believe to a certain extent with the power of the mind.
Yeah.
You can mold yourself and equip yourself with tools that will get you to the next level. Now, there's always a reality check. At the end of the day, there's a reality check to what you can achieve. Okay? I'm 29 years old. What is the chance of me really becoming a UFC champion? There's stats on this. The chance is not that high. That's an example, a reality check. For me to become a professional athlete, a high-performing professional athlete at 29 years old, the chance is not that high. So if you are, in your late 20s, middle 30s, early 30s, and you're, overweight and you expect to become a football player, come on, be realistic.
Yeah.
That's just truth. Okay? But if you're going to talk about, okay, let me become healthier. Let me lose 20 pounds so I can become a better dad, a better man, a stronger man, a better entrepreneur, a better employee, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay? That's a little bit more realistic. So, yeah, you can mold yourself to become better. Okay? Now, you look at The Rock. When you look at The Rock when he first started and where he's at now, he's two different human beings. Mm-hmm. He wasn't built the way he was built when he first started. It was time of personal development that got him to where he's at, plus some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to a certain extent, depends on your goals. Yeah, you can mold yourself to become a better person, to become a better version of yourself. Now, that does not mean like, hey, you're gonna become a billionaire. You're gonna, become a professional athlete. You're gonna become, at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, anybody can pull it off. Anybody, like, it doesn't matter necessarily of your body or your health, stuff like that. Steve Jobs died of cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He still pulled off one of the biggest things on the face of this earth. So, like, certain things don't require prerequisites, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like being in shape or looking good or being young or being old. Some things don't require that. So it goes back to your why. What are your goals and why? And you mold yourself based on that. But for you to say, hey, well, I can't be a professional athlete because of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you are right. You can't. But you can be a better version of yourself. You can mold yourself to become a better version of yourself, a healthier version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a professional athlete. Be realistic. Quit being full of yourself. So people have to gauge this. This is the problem in our society.
Yeah.
Is you see a kid on a private jet and you think you have to be on a private jet. No, get your goofy tail on a regular commercial flight and go to Florida for once. Get yourself on a flight and go to Montana or California or New York or whatever it is. You don't have to be the person sitting on a couch and see a guy on Instagram that's on a private jet and jump from the person sitting on the couch to already being on the private jet. No, you don't have to be that guy. But be the guy that travels 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
Set that as a goal. Let me get on the plane 3-4 times a year. Let alone go jump on a private jet and own a $50 million, $20 million, whatever it is, piece of air equipment.
Yeah.
Aircraft, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you have to look at. I gave a lot of information right there, but it's realistic goals.
Yeah.
To you. Not nobody else, to you.
100%. And I think that's one of the biggest things why people quit is because, like, for example, like in jiu-jitsu, right? You see athletes, you see MMA fighters. They look very skilled. They make it look very beautiful. They make it look easy, right? I remember how surprised I was when I tried jiu-jitsu and how not easy I was making it look and how much I was struggling. But how easy the athletes made it look. Like, people, they expect they're going to go in there and be high rank very fast, like level up fast. Or like physique. Somebody will look at celebrity physique. Oh, I want to have that physique. But they just see the end goal, And then they compare their day one to the end goal, which would be like a year, 2 years later. And then they get discouraged. Or like 2 weeks in, like the statistic says, 2 weeks in, people quit. Because people look at the end goal, which is this glamorous, shiny object, that you're not going to get in 2 weeks. It takes a long time and sacrifice to get it. And then people get discouraged from that. And I think a lot of people look at celebrities and like that, and they see the end goal. They see this person on the jet, and they compare. Again, comparison is a thief of joy. We shouldn't compare, really. Not to put yourself down. You should compare to maybe motivate yourself. Like, fudge, that fudge 18-year-old got a jet. Now I'm 23. I can get a jet too. That's okay. But you compare and feel bad. But I think a lot of people do compare and feel bad, and they look at themselves. And they see that they're so far in the starting line, or that they haven't advanced as much as they thought they would. And then that's discouraging. And then that leads to fudging that feeling of, discouragement. It's hard to attain. It's going to be super hard. And some people just cut out to it. But like, how do you not get discouraged to achieve that goal? Starting off. Because early off, you're not going to see results like that, especially not like in business, not in something that is very worthwhile. It takes a lot of time and consistency. So how do you not get discouraged by the lack of fast progress?
I mean, even if you're like this bad dude with a sharp mindset, there's moments that you're going to be discouraged. There's so many times I can remember that I was like, bro, I'm screwed. I'm done. I failed. Just stop what you're doing. Quit looking like a fool. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times that I have those talks and lay in bed. It happens until today. This week it's happened multiple times. If you do things that are big enough or do things that are outside your comfort zone, you're going to get discouraged. 1,000,000% is going to happen. I don't care who you are. You will get discouraged. So you need to go ahead and accept the fact that this is going to creep in. Okay? This is going to happen. This is going to creep in. And like what's important is like this happens even more to a higher level when you're not clear on your goals. Right? And your goals, you have to have a why. Like, what are your goals? And why? Am I doing something for your attention, or am I doing something because deep down inside, this is what I want? You know what I mean? And so, how do I stop myself from discouragement? Me personally, is I talk to myself a lot. A lot. You know, I talk to myself every day, all day.
What kind of talk? Like negative talk, positive talk?
I mean, the negative talk comes in. That's the discouragement that I'm telling you about, right? I lay there and like, bro, you're gonna fail. Like, just stop, or don't do it. Don't do it, bro. You're finna screw up. You're gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know. So this comes in a lot, right? But it comes back to like, hey, if you ain't gonna do it, who's gonna do it? At the end of the day. Or hey, if you're gonna listen to that, then you're not gonna get what you want at the end of the day. This is part of the process. I've accepted the fact that this is part of the process. I'm gonna have to go battle with discouragement and fear of failure every day of the week until I achieve what I want. That's part of going after your goals. You have to deal with it. So I deal with it with me fighting it with self-talk, positive self-talk. I fight it with listening to successful entrepreneurs. You know, honestly, even our podcast, I listen to them. As crazy as that sounds, my personal podcast, I listen to it. And I'm like, damn, you damn right, bro. I'm that serious. It's crazy. But like the New Year's one, I listened to it. I was traveling and I listened to it. I'm like, damn, that dude is right. It's like, I know I'm listening to myself, but when I talk, I'm like, yeah, that dude is saying the right stuff.
Yeah.
Or Gio's saying the right stuff. Like, that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? So I listen and I kind of have like a talk. Like I talk to myself in my head. Like there's two people in my head. The dialogue, right? In my head, I'm talking. Back and forth, back and forth. You know, that's one thing I do. Now, the truth is that can drive you nuts. You can look like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what I do. Because I have a problem also by not asking. I don't ask for help. You know what I'm saying? I don't go on social media and say, hey guys, I'm struggling today. Can I get some words of encouragement? You know?
Nah, eggs, nah.
People do that. That's serious.
But yeah, I'm gonna bottle that up.
You know, I saw it the other day on Facebook. I finally got off of it, but that's one of the last things I saw. I promise you, I just got pissed. I'm like, well, I'm getting off of this, bro. You asking for help, like in a pitiful way. Don't get me wrong. Like if you need help, I'll be there to help. You know, but it's like just for attention.
You want somebody to pat their back.
That's it. Like, are you, honey? You okay? Come on, you got this, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just silly stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but like I do ask. So I talk to myself, and then I'm always asking my friend. All my friends are like successful entrepreneurs, and so I'll always ask for tips from them, and it turns into a tip. It turns into like a 2-hour conversation, because they always want to help, right? And so usually after a conversation like that, I'm a lot clearer in the mind and a lot more motivated. Motivation helps. Okay, you shouldn't rely on it. You should rely on your discipline and your hard work and your consistency. But you need motivation when you're down. You know, last Friday, the same day that I learned about National Quitters Day, it was snowing and one of my buddies was out driving. I was out driving early. I was just trying to decide whether we were having a party or not. And he's like, well, I'm headed to the academy. Well, I'll be there in a minute. So we met up at the academy at, 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. You know, and we're standing in the snow. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 2-minute high and by, you know what I'm saying? It turned into like a 20, 30-minute conversation. And it turned into, forget the snow. It was all about business, you know? And it was like, okay, like I know, like, I got like almost reassurance, like I'm on the right track almost. Because he's heard something from other people and kind of relayed it to me. Right? So that was like, okay, like, it's not me saying I'm doing good. It's not my friend saying I'm doing good. But it's somebody of my friend that I don't know saying that we're doing good. Mm-hmm. So that helps. You know, it's like, it is a pat on the back. It's just a different pat on the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so for me, it's the self-talk to battle the discouragement. And it's being around the right people. You know, for me, being around the right people is successful entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know, people that have succeeded and are successful in their field. You know, whatever that is.
So basically, discouragement will always be there. So you just need to embrace it.
This is part of the process.
Okay. Embrace it. And just remind yourself, if you understand, like, remind yourself of, you know, who you are, you know, your goals, who you are. And would you say that discouragement is just like, let's say like this, like when you, let's say you're on a diet, right? And you can't eat sweets or whatever. And you get this just like urge, right? You just gotta wait it out for like 20 minutes and then it'll be gone. Like, would you say discouragement like that is just this moment and you just can't feed into it and then it'll be gone?
I mean, at the moment, yeah, you can't feed into it. And it may go. But guess what? It's going to creep right back in. At least this is what I would say. This is something that I deal with. Mm-hmm. Some people may be like, hey, I highly doubt it. Some people may be like, hey, I don't deal with that. I think they're BSing.
Yeah. I'm
being frank with you. I'm being direct with you. I deal with that a lot. You know? I think when you have big goals and you're getting out of the comfort zone, discouragement is always going to be there. You know, it's like the angel and the devil on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, people used to imagine. I used to imagine that a lot. Like, the devil over here is like, hey, do bad things. And the angel's over here is like, no, don't do bad things. Do good things. You know what I'm saying? Discouragement is over here is like, hey, don't do it, bro. You're going to fail. Stop. You're going to look like a clown. You know? But if I wasn't doing hard things, if I didn't set a goal, right? If you don't have a goal, you're just living life like a rat, just running around like a hamster. You know what I'm saying?
You're just on the hamster wheel.
Like, you're just on a hamster wheel. If you see rats, like in the street, for example, and I don't want to compare humans to rats. I'm just saying the idea is they're just running. I don't even think they know where they're running to. You know what I'm saying? They're just running. Like, they're just in life, in this world, right? Do you want to be somebody that's just in this world? That's one of my biggest fears, is I don't want to be somebody that's just in this world. I don't want to just be here. Just to be here.
You want to just survive day to day.
Just survive day to day. And it won't be hard in one way of like trying to force myself to work, but it'll be hard in another way of being happy and finding fulfillment. It's which hard do you pick? The hard battle of going after your goals, or the hard battle of living every day and enjoying every day? Both are going to be hard. Whether you go for something or you don't go for something, they're both going to be hard. So for me, it's like, I don't want to be that guy, man. Like, at all. Like, it would kill me if I do that. So like, I get up every day and fight to do something to become better. Okay? So I believe if you fight to achieve your New Year's goals, your New Year's resolutions, because at the end of the day, these goals, it doesn't matter how small or big, they're going to make you better if you achieve them. Mm-hmm. If it's losing 5 pounds, I know a guy at the academy 2 years ago, I told him, I said, bro, it was like November. He's like, Coach, how can I lose, like, set a goal before the New Year? This was before last New Year, before 2024. So this is into 2023. Uh-huh. And I said, bro, just lose 5 pounds. That's all you got to do. Make it a goal to lose 5 pounds before the end of the year. Before January 1st, 2024.
Yeah.
And this dude is down like 20, 30 pounds. It's just spiraled out of control. For the best.
Yeah.
Feels the best, looks the best he's ever been, the lightest he's ever been, the best he's in jiu-jitsu. You know, was it easy? No. But this guy decided to set a goal and go after it. So I believe if you set a goal and you go after it and you go after things that are outside your comfort zone, you're going to face discouragement at the end of the day. This is just part of the process. This is just part of the process of going after something and trying to achieve it. Because the mind is powerful beyond measure. I don't care what scientists, they have not fully reached the potential of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
They have not discovered it. The mind is so, and I'm speaking this out of experience, and I have not hacked my mind all the way. I probably have not even got into it a little bit. Just barely scratched the surface of it. But I know what this thing can do. Because I went from a very negative, bad mindset, a weak mindset, to a very strong, sharp mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Through the mindset, that's all I had was my mindset. Okay? So if you're going after something, be ready for the process. Be ready for the journey of discouragement as part of it. Now you have to battle that. When you get up on January 2nd, and the New Year's resolution hype has kind of calmed down a little bit. There's less Facebook posts. You wake up a week later, and you don't hardly see any New Year's resolutions posts about, hey, I'm still on this.
Yeah.
You'll still see some. And it's like, damn, dude, do I really want this? I got to get up again and go on a 30-minute walk. I got to get up again and read a book, a chapter.
Yeah.
I got to get up again and do my workout. I got to get up again and eat my scrambled eggs and, my turkey bacon instead of bacon.
Yeah.
With half of avocado, with water instead of juice, or water instead of a sugary coffee. I got to do it again? No, bro, just enjoy the damn coffee.
Yeah.
The caramel latte. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You can't achieve your goals, bro. Just be normal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be normal.
Or one time it ain't,
You know?
in Spanish it's like uno no es ninguno. I mean, one is nothing, right?
You know?
One time is not a big deal.
But it is. Because that one becomes two, that two becomes three, and four, and five, and then the 2025 you've done the same shit.
Yeah.
And in 2026 you wake up hype again on January 1st, and by National Quitters Day you're part of the quitters.
Damn.
So you have to battle that. You have to be prepared for that. And so personal development will help you with that. On top of all that,
Yeah.
the dialogue, the friends, the good mentors. Get a coach. Get a coach. Be part of a strong environment. Find a mentor. Find a business group. Whatever it is. Whatever your niche is. It doesn't have to be. I keep saying business or entrepreneur, guys, because that's what I'm in. Whatever that niche is for you. If you're in underground basket weaving, so find an underground water basket weaving group.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what you do.
100%. And to weigh in on the discouragement thing, when you really think about it, like why your brain it's so discouraging, and why it wants to discourage you from all these big goals. Because if you think about it, your brain discourages you from these goals that make you uncomfortable. From these situations, like these social events that make you uncomfortable. But it never discourages you away from a fudging three mixed spices. It never discourages you away from your vices. It doesn't discourage you away from things that are gonna get you a dopamine rush. It pushes you towards that. But it does push you away from being uncomfortable, and that's just our ape brain, our animals, our lizard brain, the animal side of our brain. That just wants to protect your ego. You don't want to feel ashamed. You don't want to feel embarrassed. You don't want to feel inadequate. You don't want to have that reality check that like, oh snap, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm not as good as I allow myself to be. It wants to protect you. That's just the natural mechanism of your brain. It's meant to protect you from danger. And in this modern world, people assess danger as my ego being vulnerable, or my ego is too fragile. I don't want to put in a position where I can feel bad about myself, or I can be embarrassed, or whatever the case may be. But when it just comes down to your brain wants to protect you, but at the end of the day, if you let your brain, your natural instinct to protect you, in reality, in the long term, you end up hurting yourself, because it protected you from what? From success, from a better life. Like you said, you stay comfortable. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. I remember I told the Muay Thai kids that I coach, I'm like, just imagine if you have a flower, right? And it's wrapped up, and it's wrapped up in bubble, right? It's going to last for a little bit, but the sun can't go in there. Water can't go in there. Air can't go in there. It's eventually, it's just gonna be there. It's gonna rot. And just like human beings, you have to step out of your comfort zone to grow. You know, the plant needs water, needs all these things. If it stays there, yeah, it's gonna be safe. But in reality, it'll rot. You know. But discouragement. A lot of people, that's why they quit. But what are some big things, big factors that go into people quitting? Why do you think a lot of people quit outside of just being discouraged?
I mean, it's a lot of things, right? Fear. We talked about fear of failure, but fear of failure is a big one. Being afraid to fail, and I used to have that one, right? And I still am. I guess I am afraid to fail at the end of the day. But for me, it's like, because I've also got over the hump of caring what people think. People are afraid of fear of failure because they're afraid of what people think.
Before you get, how did you get over that? Because people be like, you just don't give a damn, right? It's simple, you just don't give a damn. Yeah. But what led you, right? Like, what a pivotal point in your life did you realize, like, bro, who cares what people think? You know?
I don't remember the exact moment. I kind of remember a time frame. Look, when you eat dirt for a long time, now I don't mean literally eating dirt, but like you're at a low point of life for a long time and you're having this hard time and struggle, you start realizing like the things that really matter, you know? And then you also realize how many people really don't care for you, how many people really run their mouth, you know, to knock somebody down, and how many people really don't want the best for you. People want the best for you until you're doing better than them. Mm-hmm. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
People would cheer you on, left and right. You know, when I first opened the gym, people cheered me on left and right. And I gave you an example a couple weeks ago of somebody, right? Mm-hmm. After a tournament. Cheer you on left and right. But the second they think that you've made it or you've gotten too successful or you finally living the dreams that you want, they want nothing to do with you. All they're going to do is try to tear you down. That's just a sad reality of life, right? So when I realized that at a young age, I said, man, who gives a damn? Who cares about these bumps? Like, if you're not in my inner circle or you're not my blood, I'm not worried about what you got to say. Mm-hmm. If you got something good to say, I'll hear it. But if you got nothing else, I don't care. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you can point your fingers and say, this guy did this, this, and this. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, my account is not with you. My account, for me personally, this doesn't have to be everybody. At the end of the day, my account is not with you, it's with God.
Yeah.
So who am I to prove anything to you? I don't got to prove nothing to you. Mm-hmm. So I don't care what you think of me. I'm hoping I'm going to be a good person, do good things, right? And have nothing, what is it called, like a vice or what do you call it when you're doing something negative and it's kind of talking to you? There's a word for it. I can't think about it. But it's not like I'm doing something bad and you're talking about me. Like, I'm not giving you a reason to talk bad about me. Yeah. Or think why you care. Like, of course, I'll be worried of caring what you have to say if I'm doing something bad and I'm trying to hide it. But if I'm just being a good person, I'm doing the best I personally can, even if I made mistakes, you know? You still got something to say, bro, shut your mouth. I don't care what you got to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, like, it took years of me believing, like, trying to get myself to believe that, like, quit worrying. Because I did worry about what people thought about me. Yeah. I think everybody goes through that. You know? Especially as a younger kid, I was an Arab that went to a predominantly white school. And a time where they all talked about Osama bin Laden and terrorists and Muslim terrorists and all of that. And Arabs, in the time of that place. Yeah. You know? And so after that, like, your skin gets thick. And I'm like, man, the truth is none of these people really care about you. You know what I mean? So who gives a damn? And if I'm going to worry about them, again, I've told you this when you first started working with me, like, are they going to pay my bills? Are they going to pay for my shelter? Are they going to pay for my food? Are they going to pay for my water? Are they going to pay for my family? Very rare people are going to do that, even if they say they will. Mm-hmm. So when you realize that, like, you start thinking, like, that is right. Now, I'm not telling you to shut everybody off. I'm telling you to watch who's around you. You better look at your group and see who's around you, you know? But the biggest one is, who gives a damn what people think?
Yeah.
And so when I started thinking, I'm like, who cares? I'm gonna do my thing. And if you're for it and you want to support me, thank you, good job. And if you don't, go hit your head in the wall. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
I think people are very afraid of being judged, you know? Like, they care, they're afraid of kind of being shamed, or they feel like, fudging, you know, people just judging them, you know? Like, they're not doing the right thing. You know, what do you say about that? Like, people, they got to judge. First off, if somebody got to judge, they too busy not living their life, not living to their potential to have enough time to be judging you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole judging thing, again, is like, if you're a person of faith, you that truly believes, you're gonna, at the end of the day, who are you to judge me? Who are you? Who the heck are you to judge me? There's only one person that's gonna judge me. Mm-hmm. One higher power is God. At the end of the day, that's really gonna matter. You know, minus a judge in a court.
Yeah.
God is the only thing that make a difference. You ain't gonna make no difference. Like, some people, I have conversations with people and they get their feelings hurt when I have a conversation. Can I just say it like it is? And they're like, why are you judging? I'm like, I'm nobody to judge. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you what I think, but I'm not judging you or your actions. If that's what you want to do, be my guest. If you want to do this negative stuff, I'm not gonna judge you. That's just what Joe does for fun. Go do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna judge you. You know what I mean? So the whole judging thing, and I think this is all linked to a bigger, like, this can be conspiracy, right? But this is, you know, easy times make weak people. Mm-hmm. We live in a society, I don't care what anybody wants to say, like, America's strong, you know? Like, is America that strong? When you talk about real men and real women, no, and we're not, actually. When you talk about people as a soul, as a person, as a human being, no, we're not. We're actually very fragile. You have to say things a certain way. You can't judge people. Everything is judging now.
Yeah, you got to be correct.
Hurt nobody's feelings. You got to word things a certain way. Okay? So we turned everything into like, hey, be careful with what you say and be careful so it doesn't come off like you're getting judged. Who gives a damn? Don't worry about that. People's skin is soft. That's all it is. It's thin skin. Yeah. You know?
Do you think the environment, well, I definitely know the environment is definitely too soft. You think people just, the skin is too thick, can't even take regular words? That's why you got to soften everything up?
Yeah, that's 100%. The skin is too thin. That's what's going to happen. You have to soften everything. But this is also what is leading to the downfall of our society. The downfall of raising real men, mm-hmm. strong men. The downfall of you owning up to your responsibilities as a man, as a woman, and achieving them. That you're just soft at the end of the day. Yeah. You are just soft at the end of the day. You can't achieve your goals. Because you lived in an easy world, easy times. So when your little discomfort comes into your little lovely life of you trying to achieve your goals, you just, I can't do it. That's it. And you stop. You quit. You know what I'm saying? You just stop. You lay over. Or you're doing something and somebody makes a smart comment like, oh, you're not going to achieve it. But tell me that. If you tell me that, just sit and watch. Get your popcorn ready. If you tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take it as a challenge. And maybe I say screw the goal. Now my motive is just to prove you a point and get you upset. Yeah. If you do that to me. But if it's like, instead of somebody saying like, if I say, bro, you're going to fail, stop. And you're going to be like, that's right, I should just stop. And you're going to be upset and you're going to cry about it. Because we're soft. Thin skin. You know what I mean? You don't have to earn everything that you want these days. Okay? There's some people that earn it, don't get me wrong. But the whole majority of society, the younger generation, the people that are complaining about why they don't have certain things, or why society is the way it is, or why they're not happy, they have something to put behind it. Mm-hmm. Okay? It goes back to your soft, buddy. You're worried about getting judged. You're worried about the fear of failure because of what people think about you. You know what I mean? You're worried about what your family thinks about you, your friends think about you, the people at your job think about you. You're afraid of hurting yourself, pushing yourself mentally and physically because of discomfort. You can't take the pain. You can't take the heat. That's part of it. At the end of the day, that's part of it. If you can't take the pain, you can't take the heat from yourself, from the goals, the self-doubt, the people judging you, the people talking shit behind your back. You know what I mean? Then you can forget about it, homie. You're going to be part of this.
You just soft as hell then.
That's it.
You know what the thing is? A lot of people nowadays, they don't get told that they're soft, you know? Nobody gets told they're soft, you know, like...
Because you can't.
Because there'll be like a kid crying, right?
If a man says to another guy, I don't mean to cut you off, you're soft, you know what they call it? Toxic masculinity. Yeah. That's what it is.
Honestly, you see this very often today in social media. Nobody gets called soft no more. Like, very rare somebody getting called soft. There'll be people saying, oh, I'm hard. But very rare will somebody else be like, man, you just soft as hell, you know? Like let's say like a grown man crying. I saw this video. People like, oh, it's okay. Like, fudging crying about like missing like petty shit. You know what? Like dumb stuff, whatever. Like he had a long day at work and fudging just started crying his ass off with his girlfriend. I'm like, what the hell? But and all these people in the comments like, it's okay, you know, everything's gonna get better. Like, cry it out. You're all right. Doesn't make you less man. Like, and I don't think I'm not gonna go as far to be like, oh, that he ain't no goddamn man, right? I'm not gonna go that far. We give him a chance. We give him a chance. Fudging, but he's soft as hell. Because they're being pampered by the women or by the other soft men. Just need another motherfucking man to be like, you just soft as shit, bro. Like, fudging man up. You know? Which honestly, in my life, looking back as a kid, like growing up as a teenager, I need to hear that more. But stop being soft. Like, that just fudge you get into your ego, be like, fudge, I'm not soft. You're right, let me fudge you man up. You know, you need more of that. Fudge, stop being fudging soft, you know? Stop fudging stress pills. Who need that? You know what I'm saying? You need no fudging stress pills.
Hey, tell them the story about stress pills.
So I remember when I first started working, before my mindset changed, right? It was, they gave me some stress pills. I had some stress pills and I started working, right? And I've always like bit my nose a lot. I've had like anxiety or whatever. Like, I'll get anxious, but I still refuse to say I have a person with anxiety. I'm not gonna say I'm somebody with anxiety. I think if you label yourself, that's weak. I remember I popped some stress pills just for popping them, honestly, to be honest. I guess because they would just told me, oh yeah, this is gonna reduce my stress and it's gonna be more productive and all this stuff, right? I remember I popped some stress pills and he was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, these are, I mean, casually, oh, these are just pills for the stress. And he kind of made like a small remark, like telling me I was soft, like, you need stress pills? You need pills for the stress? Like, just fudging deal with it, right? I remember I did get upset in a moment. I called him like, I was like, what is this, a therapy session or whatever? I got smart too, right? It was like, what the fudge? Like, he trying to call me soft, like, you ain't no doctor, right? And then I remember he went to jiu-jitsu camp, so he left, and then I thought about it. Now looking at the pills, I'm like, why do I need fudging pills for the stress? Why can't I just mentally overcome it? Why can't I just meditate, take some time to breathe, relax, and just weave through the BS? You know, you really don't need a pill. You know, and that's when my mind changed. I'm like, you're right, you need a pill. Like my headache, if I have a headache, let me drink some water, let me breathe. You'll be fine. You know, you don't need, every time your ass hurts, you don't need to throw a pill at it. You know, but nowadays that's what they do. Yeah. They throw a pill at you, whatever reason. Oh, this is happening, pill. This is happening, pill. I remember my girlfriend's telling me about a friend of hers that the girl talking about she wants to get medicated for depression or something like that, right? But the girl don't got a hobby. She don't do nothing but go work and go home, right? She don't got friends. Well, there you go. The solution is go get a life. You know, not just working the same day every day. You don't need fudging medication pills. What is that going to do? That shit is soft, you know? But now it's a woman. I get it, right? No, but y'all be talking shit. Y'all say y'all equal. She's soft as hell, right? No, but, you know, somebody just need to be real. They're like, honey, you need to stop being soft as shit. You know, you just need to man up. You know, and so honestly, like when you told me that, like, yeah, of course, at the moment I was upset about it, because who wouldn't be? But it's just, how do you embrace it? Do you embrace it? Like, you know what? That shit is soft. I'm better than that. Or fudging, man, no, Mo, he a toxic male. You know what they talking about with them crazy beliefs, you know? But most people will do that to protect themselves, their ego, to protect their ego. Fudging, you can either live the hard way, right? Which is, you know what? I'm lying to myself. Well, that's hard. You live a fake life. Or you can either live the hard life and keep it real with yourself, which is very hard. Be like, you know what? Maybe I am being soft and I should do better. You know? Which most people cannot do that. No. I got sidetracked. But I do want to mention, I saw this talking about soft men. I saw this video. So this girl is living with her boyfriend, right? And she's paying all the bills. He don't got a job no more. This like very like, dude looks soft as hell, skinny, but he's got a beard and hair and long hair. And she did a prank. She was like, yeah, like I mismanaged the funds. I spent too much money on Christmas and I'm not gonna be able to pay rent this month. And he was like, what? You can't pay rent? He was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you mismanage the funds? He was like, well, just pick up an extra shift. Like, it's no big deal. You just pick up a third shift. He was telling her to pick up a shift, right? You know, like, he was soft as hell. And then all the women, like, it was just goofy. Nobody was judging the guy. Well, you don't judge guys, you can judge them. But nobody is fudging out here like, he need to man up. Everybody was just tailoring to it, you know? I think people need to be told they're soft more. I think that'll, like, in a good way, not in a fudging demeaning way. Like, in a good way. Hey, stop being soft. Be stronger. You're better than that, you know? And
I agree. I mean, that goes to accountability, right? It's just a different way of accountability. I'm going to tell you, you don't need no damn stress pills. You know what I mean? Like, it's just somebody holding you accountable. Hey, you're soft. You know? Now, some people can get their feelings hurt. And at the end of the day, I learned the delivery of the words, right? You have to, every single person you have to speak to a different way. How you deliver your words, how they take it, how they perceive it can lead to a messy mess. Okay? So, but at the end of the day, that goes back to, you know, people don't have accountability. And the people, they are surrounded by yes men. They're surrounded by people that are going to say and do what that person wants.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Mo has all these guys around him. And these guys are going to say, Mo, oh yeah, good job, good, you know. Man, I don't want you around me. I don't need no damn hype man around me. I want a guy to look at me, and it's usually older guys like, Mo, this is not good. Stop doing this. Try this. This is not good. This is not working, bro. Change it up. You know, or you need to do this. You know, I mean, this is what you need to do. I don't need you to pat me on the back for accountability, and everything I do is right. No, you have to man up, and you have to have people around you that have the balls to tell you that you're not doing something. Gio, you don't need no damn stress pills. Ain't nobody around you probably said that to you. Mm-hmm. You don't want me to be around you and be that part of those guys that don't say nothing about that. I'm going to say it. If I care about you, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
If I don't care about you, I'm going to let it slide. Because I'm not your accountability partner. I can't be accountable for everybody.
Yeah.
So you need a accountability person or people. And you pick that. And you be honest with yourself. Don't be soft. Or don't lie to yourself about, oh, I have great friends around me. Okay, what makes your friends so great? Minus the fact that you only drink together, hang out together, and party together. What makes them so great?
Yeah.
When you don't do nothing efficient or you know, something that benefits you, something beneficial. That's the way I look at it now. Mm-hmm. Now, people that are viewing, don't take it the wrong way. I'm just at a point in my life that I'm not going to just hang out and goof off. So if we're not growing together and becoming better together, forget about it. I can't be around you. I work all damn day. You know, so you have to look at your people. You are who you hang out with. You are who your inner circle is. The people that you see all the time. That's who you are. If the people around you have not really achieved anything, or you think it can happen, or it's going to be harder and a smaller chance, do you think you're going to just be the magic one? Mm-hmm. When all they want to do is just have fun? Or chill, what they say? Let's just chill tonight. You want to chill Friday night? No. It's not how it works. Don't lie to yourself. So your accountability, your support system, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, are they for you or they're not for you? Your friends, are they for you or they're not for you? Your family, are they for you or not for you? Are they supporting you? Or are they supporting you only to a certain extent? Because that's another thing I realized. Like I said earlier, people support you to a certain level.
Yeah.
They only give you so much.
You know, I heard this the other day. It was like, people believe in the American dream until they see the American dream, right? They were like, oh, you can achieve whatever you want. It's land of opportunity, you know, the whole spiel, right? And then they say that to somebody, and then that person goes ahead and achieve it. Now they're pissed about it. Like, motherfucker, I guess it did happen. Shit. It just goes back to envy, you know, and a natural human instinct of, you know, you don't want to see people doing better than you because that gives you feelings of inadequacy, you know? Like, damn, like, fudging, they were able to do it. Like, how come I'm not able to do it? That mean I'm not good? Whatever. You know, I think to a certain extent, that just means you just need to invest more in yourself. That shouldn't discourage you. That should fudging encourage you. The fact that somebody that you know was able to do it, like, damn, it is possible. You know? I just got to put in the work. But what do you think is the biggest thing on this segment of why do people quit? What do you think is the biggest thing, one of the most common, like, that you see in jiu-jitsu, why people quit?
So all of this that we talked about, you know, the big one is lack of clear goals. Right? I'm going to go ahead and list them. Lack of clear goals, unrealistic expectations. You want something fast, right? The fear of failure, the discomfort, the challenges that come up out of nowhere. Out of the blue, you have something just pop up in your way. Right? And what do you do when that challenge comes up, or that roadblock comes up? Most people stop. They freak out and they just drop everything and freeze. And they stop right there. They never take a different road. You know what I mean? And lack of accountability is a support system. The support system is what makes you or breaks you. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a girlfriend and she ain't nothing but just running her damn mouth, you know, chewing your ears out, that's up to you.
Only planning vacations to Puerto Rico.
You know what I mean? You know, but if she ain't part of the dream, bro, like, she ain't pushing you. And young guys have a hard time. I see this with a lot of young guys. Like, I don't with girls, but I'm sure girls have the same issue. But I see a lot of young guys. They got a lady, a girl by their side, not a lady, a girl by their side that is not part of the dream. You know, and she's not inputting. She's just draining this fool. Like, bro, you gotta be aware of what's going on. You know, and that's the downfall of a lot of guys. A lot, man, a lot. So much that I've met, and it's like, my girlfriend this, killing me this, draining me here. And he might be doing the same shit, don't get me wrong. But your partner is going to make you or break you. Mm-hmm. You know, every successful man that I've met has told me your partner, Mo, is going to make you or break you. And if you're successful now, if you have the right one, you're going to become way more successful. You know? So that's something to keep in mind. But the last one I think you're going to go in with me on this is people don't know and with your goals is delayed gratification. This comes later, right? But we live in a society of instant gratification. We need something now. I need some quick fix. I need a 15-second reel, get me hyped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need something quick to get me hyped up, get me excited. Instant gratification. People think with their New Year's goals, within the first month they have achieved some goals. Now it depends on what it is. If you want to lose 1 pound, okay. If you want to lose 5 pounds, okay. But the big goal for the year, after you lose the 5 pounds or the 10 pounds, and you realize, man, getting to 11 or 12 pounds is hard. Then it's like, damn, am I gonna lose 50 pounds this year?
Mm-hmm.
Now the instant gratification is gone. Ah, screw it, man. Forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We live in a society where everybody wants a quick fix. Anything they want. They go to OnlyFans. They go to these corn websites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can talk to girls. They can do everything. Everything is instant these days. They can get pictures instantly. They can send pictures instantly. They can talk instantly to each other. They can FaceTime and see each other instantly, face to face. Whatever they want, it's instant in the time that we live. Why do you think every social media platform has switched to mostly like reel based? Everything's based around short reels.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Shorts. You know? Who was the first one to do it? Snapchat? Originally, it was Snapchat with their video, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think. You know? And then you had TikTok with the reels. Then you had Instagram with the reels. Facebook reels. YouTube Shorts, like the newest one.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything is like, and if you look at the viewership, it's all the short stuff. The quick fixes. You get on your phone and get a quick rush, dopamine rush, you know? And you think you're doing something. You're not doing nothing. And this is everything that we have in our society at this point. You want food, it can get to you pretty fast. You know? Uber Eats. You don't have to go get it no more. Curbside. At the restaurants. Curbside at the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime. I was talking to somebody. I'm being hypocritical with Amazon Prime. But like, why do we need Amazon Prime? I pay $100 a year for Amazon Prime. Well, my problem is I forget to order things for like important dates.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have that problem. Why? I didn't have that problem a few years ago when I didn't have it. I would order it 2 weeks in advance or a month in advance so I can get it in time. But now I'm paying $100 a year to get it 2 days later or within 2 days. Now they're doing sometimes the next day.
Yeah.
So we're used to instant gratification. Everything is instant. So what does that happen when you want to achieve your goals? You want it right away. You want it in a short amount of time. But depending on the size of the goals that you have, will depend on how much time you have to put in it. Again, 5 pounds, 50 pounds. 1,000 a month, 10,000 a month. 6 figures, 7 figures. 7 figures, 8 figures. Financial freedom. What is it that you want? Retirement at 35? Retirement at 45? You know?
Yeah.
You want your dream house? You want your dream farm? You want your dream car? Like, it's a matter of time. Like, the shortest goal that I've achieved, a good goal, is probably 5 years. 5 years of consistent action.
Really?
Consistent action. Let's see. Maybe a little bit under 5 years. Consistent action. Non-stop. Brutal. It was brutal.
5 years.
5 years.
So you say that most big goals will take a minimum like 5 years. Something very worthwhile.
I believe so.
You know, it's hard. People already quit in 2 weeks in. You know, at National Quitters Day.
You know?
How do you stay locked in though for 5 years?
Again, it goes back to one of the reasons why people quit. Lack of clear goals. Your why, your purpose. You have to be driven with a purpose. You think these guys just, you know, like, they just become these big guys, big actors, big entrepreneurs, big athletes, you know, just because they said they want to? Oh, I just want to become a professional basketball player. No, why did you want to become a professional basketball player? I had a talk with you, like a direct talk with you a couple weeks ago, right? And I said, Gio, like, they got to know who Gio is. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got to know who Giovanni is, right? And I said something along the lines of, I don't care about money. I don't care about nothing. I just know that I want you to know that when it comes to, for example, a Jiu-Jitsu Academy, you're going to hear my name. It's just that simple. It's not that because I want the fame. I want to win. I want my academy to be the best academy. I want to do the best I can for my members. I want to have the best academy in the city. When you say I want to train jiu-jitsu, you want to say Border Martial Arts Academy. You want to say Coach Mo. You want to say Coach Gio, Coach Jason. They have the best instructors. They have the best academy. They have the best community. They have the best environment. Everything else will come. I just know that I want to be the best in what I do. My why is to create the best academy to give back to people. That's it. So you have to find the reason why, that you want what you want. It can't be me personally, like, okay, money is something to do with it. Like, don't get me wrong, money is a motivator factor, especially when you were broke at one time. Money will always be a motivating factor if you had to eat damn nutty bars. You had to split them in two for a whole day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It will always be a factor when you had to struggle with that. So you have to find the reason why. Then you can go 5 years. Part of what some of my goals is I was proving points to people. People doubted me. They talk shit behind my back. And I'm like, okay, watch.
Yeah.
One of the goals was like I made a promise to myself that it's going to eat them alive. That this goal happens. That I make it happen. They're going to watch it happen and it's going to kill them from the inside to see me succeed in what I do. Because they told me I can't do it. Straight to my face. And they talked behind my back. That may be a motivating factor. But it got the job done.
Yeah.
So they were helping me at the end of the day.
Yeah. Goes back to our goals episode. You got to have a strong why, right? That's very true. I think, like you said the other day, we were talking in the band group, and motivation can get you started, but discipline gets you there, your day-to-day discipline. Like today, I did not feel like training 6 a.m. But then I was like, bro, you got to be disciplined. This is where your discipline comes in. Well, you got out of bed, Obviously, the biggest battle is just getting to the academy. Once you're there, what are you going to do, walk out? You could. That's a big embarrassment. You can never come back. Personally, you walk out just like that, you can never show your face again. But, so you're talking about, like, goals and achieving them and why you shouldn't quit. But what is the psychological impact of quitting, How will that affect you mentally and going on in the future, knowing that you quit? Even if you lie to yourself, right? Make excuses.
I think one of them is once a quitter, always a quitter, right? I don't think that statement is 1,000% true. But if you quit, you teach your body it's okay to quit. That door is always there for you to take. And we talked about this at breakfast this morning is, when do you quit? And I don't like to use that word, quit. Mm-hmm. When do you stop? It sounds a little bit better. But it's like, do you stop? That's the question. I remember I quit college at one point. It was so hard, right? Like I had so many things. I was just not in the right mindset. I did not care about nothing. All I wanted to do was fight, literally. And I was driving from my house to school for like 30 minutes. From school to the gym, another 30, 40 minutes. From the gym to my work, about an hour, 10 minutes. That was like the rotation. And then I would go from the gym, from the store to the house, an hour. And I didn't want nothing to do with school. At all, like zero. Like I would go into class. This was in college. I'll go to class, I'll go straight to sleep. Just like literally walk in, put my head down, go to sleep. I was still passing, thank God. And then I had the dean had a talk with me and all that. I think I talked about it in an episode. But told me to make a decision. I said deuces and I left. I was like, I'm done with school.
Really?
Yeah, it was just that simple. I was like, I'm done. And then during that time, like I guess the muddy waters cleared up. And I started thinking like, bro, you just quit. Like you really just quit. You know that, right? And I tried to lie to myself. I'm like, no, you didn't quit. Like you whatever. Now this is probably not the best example. But anyway, you quit, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to tell your kids that you quit college. You know? Now, I went to school for the wrong reasons. Me personally. I don't need school. I didn't need school. Not everybody needs school. Right? But I wanted to do something for the family that hasn't really been done, which is a college degree in our family. You know? In our lineage. Not a lot of them. So I was like, I'm going to do something because that may encourage the new generation. Right? The younger generation that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my motivating factor. So I went back and I finished. You know, I didn't use it. I didn't do nothing. But the process of going through it, because it was hard, bro. So
yeah.
It is. So I'm telling you, it was one of the hardest things I've done. It took me 6 years to graduate college. 6 years, not 4.
6 years after this, or accumulating what you heard?
Accumulating everything from the start. 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, to graduate college. And this was with a lot of summer semesters. I did a lot of summer semesters. I probably did 2 years. I probably did 3 or 4 summer semesters.
Really?
You know?
Jesus Christ.
Like summers, 3, 4 summers of work to try to finish fast. But I went back and I did it. Now, it did help me with my resilience. It did help me with my, fortitude of learning and not to quit no matter what. You know, and so if I had quit all the way, I think it would have made it easier for me to quit no matter what. And so once a quitter, always a quitter is not 100%, all the way. But if you do quit, you're going to kill your confidence. If you quit, you kill your confidence. The body does not lie to itself.
Mm-hmm.
It does not lie. It knows when you quit. It doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you do. The mind knows when you quit. You can make up a lie like, I got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Or, it wasn't meant to be. Whatever it is, that excuse that you want to come up with. At the end of the day, the mind knows that you're lying and that you truly quit. And so when it knows that, it's going to break you down. You will start doubting yourself more and more in other endeavors, other goals. You quit on one. Why not quit on the second one or the third one? You're going to get to that point. You can swim this 100 meters. You get to the 100 meters and you quit. Because you already set the boundary. But if you say, hey, I don't quit, I just keep going. You get past the 100 meters, you look back like, man, I'm out already 300 meters now.
Yeah.
Who said I could only go 100 meters? So it's the same with your goals. You quit, you're going to quit again.
Dang, I remember one time you said in class, you were like, you can't quit not once. It was like, if you crack once, like, all hell breaks loose. And I always visualized it like a glass, right? Once a hole is in it, all the water is going to empty out. And no matter how many times you refill it, boom, it's going to empty out. Because it cracked once. It's always going to be cracked. So that's true. When you quit, your body knows you quit. I remember I kind of talked to a lot of people that quit jiu-jitsu and, no, I didn't quit, but I was busy with work, and I was like, man, you quit, bro. I remember when I was a white belt, when I first started, I was very inconsistent, and I was getting smashed by like 40-year-old dads with dad bods, and that was crushing my self-esteem because I was 18 and I thought I was something. And just to have dads humble me, like 40-year-old dudes with receding hairlines, that just killed me. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I felt like quitting. I'm like, man, I'm spending like money for a membership, and I'm spending my time. I could just be at home chilling and whatever. And I thought about quitting, but then I thought, like, man, you're gonna be a B word if you quit. Why do you quit? Like, imagine you quit because it was hard. These fucking dads ain't quitting. I'm like, I'll personally never quit because I know that if I quit, I could never let that go. Like, my mind will never let that go. Like, it'll always be in the back of my mind, like, damn, you will be with it and you quit. It'll always be there. And I knew it will haunt me if I ever did that. And luckily, I didn't quit. Eventually leveled up to the next rank, blue belt. That's where I'm currently at. God bless. Hopefully, if God gives me health, one day I'll be able to get my black belt, right? One day at a time. So quitting, your brain will never forget, personally, you know? It's like a stain on your body. It's like a scar. A scar on your heart, knowing that you quit. But how do you avoid becoming a quitter? Like, what are things you can do to avoid quitting? Like embracing the process, building a routine. We talked about it, finding your why, accountability partners. But also, one thing that I know you're not too, from the previous episodes, you're not big into it, but it's also very important, like celebrating your milestones, you know? I know you don't like celebrating your milestones because the biggest one has not been there. So you haven't reached the top of the mountain, so you want to celebrate till you're there. But celebrating your milestones. And then practicing self-compassion, you know, telling yourself it's okay, like, I tripped, but to keep going, you know? Like, what are things that you can do in your day-to-day and things to look out for to avoid becoming a quitter?
Sticking to the SMART goals that we talked about is probably the easiest one, right? What is SMART goals? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So when you put a time, okay, you have specific goals and you put time to it, and objectives to achieve by a certain time, then it can help you stay on the path to achieving them, right? So it's following your plan, your process that you first set out to do, right? If you come off of it, like you talked about, you stumble, it's okay. Just get back on the saddle and ride again until the next exit. So you have to, it's okay if you failed or you quit. It's not okay if you quit. But if you stop or you quit, hey, just get back on and do it and keep going. Adjust a little bit, pivot, and get back on it. Go back after the process, the time, the specific goals that you set. Okay? Embracing the process, like you said, hey man, God willing, one day black belt. One day at a time. Enjoy the process. This is a process. This is a journey. A journey is not short. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So enjoy the process of, hey man, I'm on a journey to achieve goals and better myself and to live the life that I want, to create the life that I want. So enjoy this. Enjoy the rough days, the hard days. Like I tell you guys in jiu-jitsu, like man, enjoy the tough training. You need to love that stuff. Like just grinding and you know, just connecting horns and going at it. You know, that's something you embrace. You just have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, is it hard? Yeah, but it's good. Embrace it. It's just a day on the jiu-jitsu mats. It was a hard day on the jiu-jitsu mats. So embrace that, you know. None of this is going to happen without a routine. So if you don't have a set routine of working on your goals, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. If I feel like working today, I don't feel like working tomorrow. I feel like working today, I don't feel like working tomorrow. It's not going to happen. So you have to set up a goal, routine that you're going to stick to and keep after it, you know? And on the previous episodes, we talked about the why. Mm-hmm. What is your why? Let's talk about this for a quick sec. You give me a goal. And you don't have to share something personal too much. Just give me any kind of goal that you would like to share with people.
Well, I mean, like, I like to become a black belt one day.
All right. So jiu-jitsu black belt. Why?
I mean, I think I want to prove myself that I can achieve a big milestone and something as prestigious as a black belt. I believe I can do it, and I want to prove myself that I can do it. I want to finish. I feel like my journey in jiu-jitsu wouldn't be finished unless I got my black belt, you know? Now they say that the black belts say that your journey a new journey begins at black belt, or that the real journey begins at black belt. But I feel like my journey would to put a stamp on it to get my black belt. And also, I feel like it's cool to have a black belt, you know? It'll make me feel good to have a black belt. Yeah. You know, like we should call it on my grave, you know? I want that as an accolade. I want that on my grave. They see my grave, you know, my family, my ancestors. Like, who the fudge is this dude? You know, Giovanni Jimenez. Like, my grave, look at the accolades. Not kind of, probably ain't even gonna do that. But in my mind, family is there, right? Fucking, who was this dude? Boom, Mexican, you know, from this region, black belt, entrepreneur, you know, just these things that'll show this guy didn't just show up in this world just to fucking breathe, shit, and sleep. He showed up and he did something, you know? And I think in my deathbed, though achievements like a black belt, I'll feel happy with my life if I achieved that, you know?
So, I mean, that's a good why. Don't get me wrong, right? That's a good reason why. Is to achieve something that's not easy to achieve, right? You want that accolade, you want that, you know, you think it's the kind of the stamp of your journey, like, hey, I achieved the thing. I heard somebody say this morning, like, I want to master jiu-jitsu. And I looked at somebody else that was sitting next to me, and I told her, I said, you can't master jiu-jitsu. It's not possible. If you think you can master jiu-jitsu, it's not possible. It's a never-ending journey. It will never end. That's why I look at jiu-jitsu, you know? And so what I would suggest is that a big goal? Yeah, because that's what I told myself when I was 18. When everybody told me to quit jiu-jitsu and just focus on my life and building a life, was when I die, I'm going to die as jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yeah.
Not everybody can die as jiu-jitsu black belt. You know what I mean? I will be one of the few that will die as jiu-jitsu black belt. Thank God.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Is when that time comes, I know I did it. That's a good personal goal. But shit, is it enough? If you didn't have your accountability partners, is it enough for you to go to train right now? Every day?
Yeah, it should be tough, I'm not gonna lie.
You know, would you do it?
I like to believe that I would.
You would like to believe it, but be honest with yourself. A 10-year journey, will you think you would, if you didn't have accountability, the right people around you, in the right circumstance, you think you'll make it to black belt?
Honestly, like, it's hard to say. I think it'll be very, very tough to stay in the game as grueling as jiu-jitsu without accountability partners and mentors.
You know? It's going to be very hard. And look back at your first 2-3 years of jiu-jitsu. How it was hard for you to stay in the academy. Okay? So, what I'm trying to get to that point is that why big enough? Is it? Oh, I want to be a jiu-jitsu black. That sounds beautiful. I want to be a millionaire. That sounds beautiful. But I'm wanting to be a millionaire. What does that mean? Just so I can say I'm a millionaire? For me to say I want to be a jiu-jitsu black, what does that mean? It's okay. It is my dream. There's nothing wrong with wanting that as a dream. Trust me. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not telling you that it's wrong what you said. Mm-hmm. It's not wrong. But a minimum usually is about 10 years. Is that enough to get you 10 years by saying I want to die a jiu-jitsu black belt?
Yeah.
Is that why big enough? No, it's not.
I'm going to get that black belt.
Yeah. I will answer that question for you. It's not. Now I believe you can do it. When you first started, you couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. Just me being real with you. Okay? But my whole point I'm getting to is that why is not big enough. Okay, I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt. Not to say I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt. I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt so I can give the journey and help people onto the journey of becoming a jiu-jitsu black belt. Truly, I want this. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it on Facebook like, oh, I want to be a black belt so I can be a professor and help people. I really want to help people. People say that on social media just so the likes can get clicked a little bit more. Yeah. And people say, oh, you're a good person. My ass, you're doing that for fame.
Man, they full of it.
You know what I mean? I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt to teach people self-defense. I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt, and you don't have to be a black belt to do this, but the black belt obviously is prestigious, and you can have an academy, you can own an academy and all that. You can run your own academy. It's to give the bullied kid hope, give him the skills to fight bullies, to stand up against bullies, to give the abused woman, the oppressed woman, strength and confidence and tools to stand up and fight back, to give the tools to the weak man to become a strong man, right? To give back to the community and help invest in the community to make it a stronger community, to give back to the country to make it a stronger country, to produce strong men and women through jiu-jitsu. You know, to go back to Palestine and spread jiu-jitsu to the kids, the orphans that have nothing, for their mental and physical health. To give them something that they can go, hopefully guide them on a road to a better life. to go to Mexico and do this in Mexico, or to go and be a Mexican black belt that's gonna get passed to my kid or to my nephew or to my cousin that's gonna see me as a black belt and start training because they saw their cousin or their blood or their family become a jiu-jitsu black belt. They went and decided to go on this journey. You know, or to see young kids look up to you as a jiu-jitsu black belt and say, I want to be like that guy. Again, not for fame, but be a model to these kids to say, okay, Coach Mo is a black belt, Coach Mo is an MMA fighter. I want to be like Coach Mo. Again, not for the fame, but to give these kids a model to look at so they can go and be the same.
Yeah.
Or even better. And keep them away from the negative. I have nephews and cousins that I didn't even know them. I haven't seen them. I saw him a few years ago for the first time. He's this big. I watched all your fights. Almost put me in tears in front of a group of men, grown men.
Really?
You know what I mean? Started training jiu-jitsu. Watches all my fights. Still till today, just puts it on repeat. You know? Started training jiu-jitsu. His cousin started training jiu-jitsu. His cousin started training jiu-jitsu. You know? So it's you gotta find a deep why. It's not just I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt. You know how many people said I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt?
Oh, I know a lot of motherfuckers.
How many have you seen in the last 2.5 years at the academy? I want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Hundreds.
You know what I mean? That's the why is not big enough to get you on a 10-year journey. So that you got to go deep into it. You got to get that deeper, even deeper.
Yeah.
Into why you want to become a jiu-jitsu black belt.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I'm looking for. It has to be a big why. Me dying as a jiu-jitsu black belt is not big enough. In my opinion. It's not. You know? So what is your why? Find your why. You have to dig deep down into your soul and find a reason that's going to keep you connected. That you know when you become a jiu-jitsu black belt as a Mexican out of Jalisco, that other Mexicans out of Jalisco are going to become black belts. Or at least start the journey.
Mm-hmm.
At least start the journey. That simple. You know, or people in your family are going to start the journey. Or you're going to save a life of a kid that walked into your academy and looked at you and said, I want to kill myself. Because he's getting bullied. Which this is true story.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or a woman that's been abused or whatever it is, for her to say, this is not going to happen again. I have confidence now. Or I'm not going to get in a domestic violence, whatever it is. I'm going to have the confidence to tell somebody or get help. The stories are endless. You know what I mean? So what's your why?
Yeah. I mean, I used to think like, oh, I'm going to do it for other people. But then I realized, like, motherfucker, I need to do this for myself.
Which you do. You should. You are doing it for yourself. But right now you're a kids coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You're doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
No, I learned that, like you said, like later on, like you said, Coach Border instilling you like that. And then that is true. At the end of the day, like, that is why we do it. Not for the accolades, not for the gold medals. Like, look at me, right? But also, like, I was like, at the end of the day, like, yes, it is for the kids. I mean, it is. I can give them with this. But at the end of the day, like, I still want to do this for, like, selfish reasons. You know, like putting me first ahead of other people. You know what I'm saying?
It's not necessarily bad, right? Because sometimes in this life, you have to be selfish. You know, but I don't think just being selfish and doing it for you, for a goal now you tell me karate black belt, okay, you can do it. It takes 2 years. It takes 2 years at some academies.
Yeah.
I'm not like, no disrespect.
It takes a membership renewal at some academies.
You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest with you. But when you talk about a hefty goal, a big like achievement of a 10-year jiu-jitsu black belt journey, and it's not like, hey, I'm just doing jiu-jitsu, it's all cute and sunshine. You're getting choked out. You're getting twisted up like a pretzel. You got tears in your shoulders, in your hips, in your legs, in your knees, injuries. You know, obstacles, challenges, roadblocks, financial issues, family issues, work issues. Come up on this journey. It's not a smooth sailing, newly paved road 10-year journey. Sometimes you're on the road. Sometimes you're in friggin' cactus land, getting poked everywhere you walk. You're stepping in thorns. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. So being selfish and I want to do this for myself. Some people probably can pull it off, but I don't believe at a 10-year journey is enough.
Yeah.
So these people that are setting their goals, you have to look at it. Some of them is a selfish goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay? I want to lose 20 pounds so I can get more likes on my Instagram. I'm gonna post a gym picture, shirtless or in a tank top. My veins are sticking out and I'm flexing.
Yeah, that's not good motivation.
You know what I'm saying? Well, some guys, that's what they want. That's what they want.
But that's not gonna actually be strong enough.
But is that really gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a more mature way, and there's nothing wrong, guys. If that's what you want to do, if you're a meathead, be a meathead. Okay? Yeah. If that's your goal, if that's what floats your boat, go for it. But maybe, hey, I've talked to dads that we've helped lose weight, and it's like, man, I've lost weight and I feel so much happier. I'm so much more active with my kids. That's the biggest one. It's like I play more with my kids. What and like if that's not a goal right there, bro, what is? I want to lose 20 pounds so I can be more active with my kids. Or I want to lose 20 pounds and post a picture and get more likes. Which one are you going to be more motivated to do? Now, a young guy, we know what he's going to pick. But for the general, okay,
yeah.
Feeling healthy, feeling good about themselves, being more active with family, participating in events because they lost 20 pounds is going to motivate them more or lessen getting a picture on social media.
The father one.
That's it. So you need to find reasons why, big reasons, without looking for approval of people in your why.
What if people just come to the conclusion like, shit, I kind of really just want this so people can look at me?
Well, homie, let me tell you something. When the doubt creeps in, you ain't gonna give a damn what they think about you. It ain't gonna be a motivating factor enough. Me worrying about Rebecca over there thinking about how I look. Rebecca's not gonna motivate me to keep going and waking up at 5 a.m. and training. If I'm trying to impress Rebecca that I don't even know I don't really care for who she really is. She ain't my wife. She ain't gonna motivate me to get up at 5 a.m. just so she can like my damn picture.
Yeah.
If that's what gets you going, that's what gets you going. But in a long-term goal, is Rebecca gonna get you up and go?
No.
For some likes? No, bro. You're gonna say, screw Rebecca. I'm gonna keep myself in bed. I don't care about her enough. Being real with you, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, I'm worried about my Joe Schmo friend over here. I told him that I'm going to achieve this big goal. And you're going to wake up like Joe Schmo's waiting on me to achieve this big goal. He don't give a damn about you. If that why is him, you're not going to get up and do it after 3 months. Or after 6 months. Or after 1 year when it's a 5-year, 8, 10-year journey. The big goals are long journeys. So if the why is not big enough, you're not going to do it. Just that simple. You're not going to do it. Now, if it's a 30-day journey, hey, it's a 30-day work challenge. Okay, you might do it to prove others wrong. I'll do it to prove others wrong. If we have a 30-day challenge at work, who's the #1 sales rep? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be motivated by beating you.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, screw it. My why is to beat you. That's it. For 30 days, I can do it. I'm going to motivate myself by doing that. Like, I got to beat Gio. It's 30 days. Can I do it for 30 days? Yeah, I can do it for 30 days. Or can I do it for 3 years? Motivated by being Gio. One day I'm going to crack. Not me, right? Somebody going to crack. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to wait a month in that motherfucker.
A month, but what about 3 years? You know what I'm saying?
But you need a strong motivator.
You need a big why.
That is not enough.
You know? So the why is very, 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 very important. Very important. You know what I mean? Super, super important. You know? Do you have any stories of persistence where you didn't stop going after what you wanted?
I think the one that I shared, jiu-jitsu, I think that I wanted to quit because it was hard. I think a lot of people quit for the most part because things are hard. But you have to look at it. If this is hard, and when I achieve it and I keep doing it, what does that say about me? That means that I'm hard too, or at least I'm harder than what I was at the beginning. I think you have to look at it like that. You can't look at it like, oh, this is hard. No shit, it's gonna be hard. It's worth your time. If it's easy, everybody gonna do it. If it's easy, everybody gonna have it. You just have to embrace the fact that it is gonna be hard. But you also have to have the belief that you are harder than whatever is in front of you. You have to believe that you're harder than that thing. I have to believe that I'm harder than a jiu-jitsu class. That's gonna be hard, like comp class. I have to believe that I'm harder than that. I have to believe that I'm harder than 2 years training. And I think that was nothing really comes to mind. Things that are hard. I think quitting. I think that other stuff, but I think that thing is one of the biggest things. Wanted to quit jiu-jitsu because I felt bad about myself because fudging dads were beating me up, and I was a young man. Felt like quitting. I was like, man, don't be no fudging B word, like what does that say about you? If you got no pride, you got no honor in who you are and how you carry yourself, then sure, that won't eat you up. You'd be like, jiu-jitsu is not my sport. Even if jiu-jitsu really was not my sport like that. I initially did it just because, I wanted to be cool. I was watching UFC, and I'm like, man, jiu-jitsu is really not my sport. But I'm not going to quit because I'm like a B word. And that might be wrong, right? Because you might be stuck doing something you really don't truly enjoy. Fudging, I forced myself to enjoy it. I didn't enjoy getting my ass whooped, but you stick long enough, you kind of get used to it, and you start liking it,
Or you don't quit, and you realize that it was what got you to your true potential.
100%.
And that's what you're living the lifestyle from it.
100%. I think, when I first talked to Mo, like we were talking in the gym, and then he would tell me like, bro, jiu-jitsu, like, he talked about jiu-jitsu like jiu-jitsu was a religion. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't see it. Me personally, I don't see how getting my ass beat by these dads is like gonna be all that. Or how just like grips and just looking at the martial art in the physical realm. But now years later, and I can see just a little bit of potential with jiu-jitsu. Just a little bit jiu-jitsu has done for me. It has done a lot, but I know it can do so much more. I can see it. What jiu-jitsu can do for you is you hear people talk, you hear Mo talk, you hear me talk, like what jiu-jitsu can do for you. You'd be like, man, these people sound crazy. These people sound like jiu-jitsu is a religion, like jiu-jitsu is a god. Like, how does it make sense, Until you're in it and you embrace yourself in jiu-jitsu and you let jiu-jitsu work in your life, then you'll see, At first, I wasn't grateful. At first, I didn't really have clarity. I was just doing it because I felt like a B word if I was going to quit. And my ego couldn't take that. But when I give jiu-jitsu a chance and I stayed in it, it gave me so much more. Like you say, I'll never be able to pay jiu-jitsu back, right? And that's the truth. People talk to me, be like, oh, jiu-jitsu is expensive. Jiu-jitsu is this. I'm like, bro, you never be able to pay jiu-jitsu back what jiu-jitsu will give to you, When you fully trust it, even when you half-ass trust it, you trust it halfway, jiu-jitsu, you'll be surprised what it can do for you, And now it sounds like I'm in a cult, but the reality is when you give it a chance, that's why I'm glad I didn't quit, So God bless jiu-jitsu and all the black belts and all the mentors in the world that can help change lives. Like it changed my life, Thank you, Coach Mo, for helping me stick with it. Thank you to my pride and ego that didn't let me quit. But man, fudging, look, I could have quit very easily, but I didn't. And nowadays, I'm very thankful that I did not quit. I never saw what could happen with me, and jiu-jitsu showed me just a glimpse of what I can be. Jiu-jitsu has showed me, and I'm just very grateful for that. So don't ever quit on yourself. That's the biggest thing you just taught me. Don't ever quit on yourself. And there's no really a bigger lesson than that. All the other lessons come from that, from not quitting.
Powerful, Gio.
Amen.
That's powerful. He just dropped the bomb on us. But that's what we're going to start wrapping up with, guys. Right there is what Gio talked about. Okay? God bless Gio. Gio's living a life that he wants, right? That he's happy with. He has fulfillment in. Okay? He's a kids coach. He's running a jiu-jitsu academy. Mentally, physically stronger than he's ever been in his life. At least from what I saw since I met him. You know, so everything is a lot better. Tremendously. Okay? But this started in 2020. We're in 2025. 2019 and 2020?
2019.
2019, we're in 2025. We just started 2025. So about 5 years. 4 months, 4 years, 10 months, 5 years-ish that he's been with me. And 5 years. But guess what? He could have never got to this point of being sharp as these swords up here and being what he not that he knew that's what he's going to be. He didn't know he was going to be a jiu-jitsu coach or a Muay Thai coach or a jiu-jitsu academy manager. Like, he didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But it was part of the journey that he went on, right? Of personal development. And not quitting something that's good for him. Being, again, we talked about surrounding yourself with mentor coaches, an environment that's going to better you. If he didn't do none of that, he would not be where he's at today. God knows where he would have been. Okay? But he went on this journey of not quitting. Forget the journey of jiu-jitsu. Okay? He went on this journey of not quitting. And the journey of not quitting is what led him here. To where he's at this point of his life. You know, God bless. And from what he says, is the happiest, some of the happiest he's ever been. Okay? So, this is from hard work, dedication, consistency, being surrounded by the mentors and coaches around him, by people around him that are going to push him to keep coming. He's on a 5-year journey. Now he got another 8, 10 years left, whatever it is, to become a jiu-jitsu black belt, 6 years, 10 years, whatever it is, to become a jiu-jitsu black belt. Guess what? That journey again is the journey of not quitting. That's all it is. He will be a better version of Giovanni, a better academy manager, a better coach, professor, right? If he goes on the journey of not quitting. So you have to go on the journey of not quitting, guys, of not stopping. You don't know where you will end up if you don't quit. But if you quit, you know where you'll stop, is where you stand. That's where you'll stop. With what you have right there. But if you don't quit, the results are endless. The dreams are endless. Okay? So you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to get up every day and fight. Fight that self-doubt. Fight all the hardships. Okay? The obstacles, the challenges. You have to get up and do it. That's part of achieving your goals. Again, it's not easy. Alright? Jiu-jitsu related. I tell people, like, one of my biggest things as a white belt is I instilled in myself that whatever I do in life, I want to do it as a jiu-jitsu black belt. I want to do it as a black belt level. So everything you do in life, there's levels. The average jiu-jitsu black belt is 10 years. You start off as a white belt. Roughly 2 years, you're a blue belt. Roughly 4 years-ish after a white belt, you're a purple belt. 5 to 7 years of your journey, you're a purple belt. Sometimes around the 8-year mark, 7-year mark, you're a brown belt. 10-year, you're a black belt. When you're 10 years, you're a professional. You're a professor. You're a master of your craft. Okay? So you know your craft like the back of your hand. And you're doing it to the best of your ability. Better than the people that are among you. You're doing it at a high level. So whatever it is that you want in life, strive to do it at a black belt level. Don't strive to do it at a white belt, blue belt, purple belt level. Strive to do it at a black belt level. If you want to be a strong man, try to be a strong man at a black belt level. If you want to be a strong woman, a good woman, try to do it at the black belt level. If you want to be an entrepreneur, a manager, an employee, a sales rep, whatever it is, do it at a black belt level. You want to be the best dad, best friend, best boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. mentor, coach, do it at a black belt level. You want to achieve your goals. Attack your goals at the level of a black belt. Not quitting. Do it at the level of a black belt. Don't quit. Okay? Everything you do, try to do it at the level of a black belt. That's your goal, is to get up and attack the day, attack the goals every single day. Okay? That's the journey of achieving your goals, your dreams. Some are going to be short, easy, realistic, and the big ones that you want that will fulfill, guys, you find fulfillment in, is going to be a long journey, just like the Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Okay? So go on this journey, embrace the journey, embrace the hardships, embrace the obstacles, embrace everything. Enjoy it every day. Okay? And you will get one day closer to what you want in this life. So you're not another stat that just walks this earth and dies, you know, not getting to live to the best potential, reaching your fullest potential. All right, guys? I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, sharpen your sword. You have two swords. One is mental, one is physical. You have to get up every single day to sharpen these swords. Every single day is the sharpen your sword mindset. Do something physical, working out, going on a walk, train jiu-jitsu, eat good food. Mentally, same thing. Feed your mind good stuff. Podcast, sharpen your sword podcast. Read good books, motivation. Surround yourself with healthy, strong people. And this will help you go on your journey to achieve your goals. All right, guys? Let us know what you think of this episode. Please share it to your friends. Give us a comment on Spotify or YouTube. Let us know what you think of this. It helps with our engagement. Subscribe and share it to everybody that you know. It will help us tremendously, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And I'll see you on the next episode of Sharpen Your Sword. Peace out.